All right, so whenever your machine says sold out, there's essentially three things that could cause the sold out signal, okay? One, if your UV light is not on, it'll send a sold out signal through your sold out board, that wire there. Also, if your tank is empty, okay, through this low level float switch, it'll send a sold out signal. So this, if it's below here, it'll send a sold out signal. Also, if there's some kind of leak or flooding in your tank, I'm sorry, in your cabinet, then your one of these safety float switches here will send a sold out signal to your screen. The other one will shut off your RO controller. So those are the three ones. If it's flooded, tank's empty, or UV light is out. Now, when you go to troubleshooting and try to determine what's what, you know, most obvious is if my UV light's not on, then maybe I need to change my bulb. Also, maybe the tab in there is not triggering to turn my bulb on, okay? So if your UV light is on, and you look at your tank, and you're like, my tank is full, so I know it's not out of water, and there's no water in my cabinet, then you can use these jumpers here to isolate where an issue might be. For example, if your UV light's on, but your sold out board has gone bad, or there's a bad connection here, bad wiring there, and what you can do is you can just disconnect here and put your jumper on, okay? All right, so if you jump that and your sold out signal goes away, then I know that my UV light's on, there's no problem there. I need to replace my sold out board inside here, okay? But let's say you jump that and UV light's on and the sold out signal's still there. So you say, all right, well, maybe my float switch is bad. Or maybe the connections in this Molex connector is bad, and but I know I have enough water, so this shouldn't be sending a sold out signal. So if it is, I need to know. So I'm going to jump this with my jumper here, and let's say you jump it and now your sold out signal goes away and everything's good. Then the first thing I would do is I would either rewire this, or I would replace this float switch, or it might just need twisted so that it's angled the right way so that it's moving up and down and it didn't get stuck. So that it could be that. Now, let's say if this is not, you isolate that, that's not the issue, then you can also do the same thing with your safety floats down here, because there are times whenever the signal here is just a bad signal. You can disconnect it here, same concept. I disconnect it here, I put my jumper on, and if I jumper it and my sold out signal goes away, then I know that the issue is this. It could be the wire connections here, it could be this float switch is bad or needs to be replaced, it could just be that there's a bad connection with the magnet there, okay? But that's how you isolate these different potential causes of your sold out, so that you can have a diagnosis of your sold out if it's not obvious.